Hey, good morning, guys. Good morning. Oh, excuse me, not good morning, good afternoon. So I'm so used to saying good morning. Yeah, good afternoon. This is Spirit Journey, and today is Saturday. That's right. Today is Saturday, July 10, 2021, and the time is now 2:27 p.m. I hope you all are having a wonderful day. And I was just, listen, what did I do so far? Well, right now I'm just reclining on my sofa and I was watching a video and having something to eat. And I feel that I need to, I don't know, I feel I'm changing. It could be just the signs of the time. Um, but like they say, the only thing that's constant in life is change. But it seems like I could feel myself changing. I feel my body changing. I feel my attitude or my moods are different. And I think that's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about change. Yes, good afternoon, viewers. Good afternoon. Yes, I see that we have people in the house here. Yes, thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. Yeah, today I want to just have a casual conversation with you guys this beautiful Saturday. I have my little girl Lily with me. Let me show Lily, my little doggy woggy. Yeah, that's Lily. Yeah, we were racing today out of the park, and the little leash went around her little leg. Yeah, I have to be really, yes, about change. You know, she's changing too. Lily is 11 years old, and this one here is Lavender. See, he's just reclining there. And my other little girl, she's somewhere. She might be underneath the couch. Oh, yes. Oh, she heard her name. Hey, Lilac. Yeah, Lilac. Yeah, you heard us say your name. Come here, Lilac. Huh? Yes, I was using your name. Yes, you bad girl. You little bad girl. Yeah, I love you. Yeah, I just wanted to just show you guys, show the people, my little babies here. Yeah, that's what, yeah, so we're just reclining right now. And I want to talk about change. As they say, the only thing that's constant in life is change. And I want to talk about change. I see that I'm changing. My dogs are changing. Today, this morning, I got up early. I've been getting up very early now for a couple of months. And I do so, a big motivator was a YouTuber who said, he was talking about people who own pets. And when they go out to walk them, they only walk them long enough for them to pee or poo, and then they race back them to the house. Now, I wasn't like that, but I don't go out more than once usually. I go out once. We go out maybe 45 minutes, sometimes an hour. But I just feel convicted that maybe I can do more for my dog. Maybe go a little more than just 40 minutes. So um, the season started changing and it started to get warmer outside. So I said, well, some days I don't like going out because it might be too hot. So I said, hey, I'm going to get my butt up and walk my dogs early in the morning. So first I started getting up to leave my place at 6 o'clock in the morning. And then I said, maybe to even go a little further back and and leave at 5 o'clock if I can, or around 5 o'clock, so I can get even more time with my dogs. So I said, okay, so that's what I do now. I try to leave my place um, sometime between 5 and 5:30. I put my dogs in the stroller and I go to the park of my choice. Then I take them out of the stroller and then they walk around in the park with a leash on. And we did that. Well, so I do this. I'm out with them for a couple of hours. So today we're actually out for 3 hours. You know, um, so I left my place a little bit after 5, and then I got back a little bit after 8 in the morning, and then let's see, yeah, then I started doing my jump rope. Yeah, I bought what's called weighted ropes, jump ropes. They come in different gauges or thicknesses, and the thin one um, is for, they say, like, to help you manage your weight, and then the heavier gauge one is to build up muscle. So for me, I'm using the thin one just to get me acclimated and jumping. You know, this body is not used to jumping up and down. And I had gotten my ropes a couple of months ago. It could have been around April or May of this year. And then when let's see, I was doing my walks, and then when I went to do the jump ropes, I did it for 4 days, and um, I didn't use my exercise mat either, and that attributed, I think, to the pain that I was experiencing. Yeah, and I didn't have I had a Converse All Star sneakers, and they're just a flat sneaker. So I think the combination of all that caused me, I forget the term, I get confused from a sprain or a strain. I had the one where your tendons were tender, not the muscle itself, but the tendon. It got overworked. And the pain that I experienced, yeah, so the first day was kind of okay, and then the second day, I think it's slightly, more sensitive. The third day, forget it. Then I attempted to do it on the fourth day, and I couldn't even really do it. I said, "Stop while you're ahead." Yep. So yeah, I got worried because I thought I really damaged something in my yeah, it was my knees and my ankles. Yeah, it was both knees and the left ankle. And I was concerned because I had just gotten the ropes, and I really want them. They're professional grade ropes, jump ropes. Um, and I was thinking, oh my God, I hope I didn't I hope I could continue with the jump ropes. So I had to take it easy for about 3 weeks. Yep, about 3 weeks. I stopped exercising, stopped jump roping. Um, yeah, I think I might have stayed at home. I forget. I might have stayed home for close to 3 weeks. And I did go on the internet and uh, try to find remedies how to take care of a strain or a sprain. And you know what worked for me? What they suggested? Get an ace bandage, elevate your leg, um, and do that for 15 minutes. And I did that, and I found it eased the pain dramatically. So I did that for a couple of days, and then the pain stopped. And I was really happy about that. And then I slowly started walking. Um, and then one day I just noticed I wasn't in pain anymore. Yeah, so a good 3 or 4 weeks, I was getting back into the groove of doing my walks. And then I started doing the jump rope back again. What was it? This week. Yeah, getting back in the groove, getting like a routine going. So I see that, this is part of change. That you might feel like you're a kid up here. Sometimes I feel like um, I'm still a kid, but your body is changed, and you have to you have to be aware of your body. And just like my little girl Lily, my Havanese dog, the light color one, when we were at the park today, I was a little, I got a little scared in the park. Um, I had gone in the area of the park. It's not a lot of people. Again, I'm leaving early to go to the park, and I saw a man, like he was a couple of, some yards further ahead, but I see him like staring at me. He's like he's high, like kind of like you know, covered with the plants, but like peeking through. And I said to myself, like, because I was heading that direction, and because I was looking at this one thing, and then I was gonna go venture forth, and I made like 2 or 3 steps in that direction, and then I noticed a fellow staring at me, and I try to be, I didn't want to be too obvious, so I just kind of like looked up in the sky, and then I just continued turning, the opposite direction where he was, and I uh, moved away, and then I picked up speed to get out of there. Just something said, just get out of there. I don't believe in finding out why he's hiding or peeking through the bushes. Okay, at 6 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, so I hurried out of there, and then I found another section within the park. I had a bench. We sat down, and then I see the same individual at a distance because I recognized the hair and the shirt, and I got a little scared, and I grabbed. I had all three of them outside of the stroller. I threw the baby one, the tiny one, inside the stroller because she cannot really walk well. She doesn't want to walk. And then the other girls, the one here, Lily, and my boy, the two that you just saw, I said, let's go. And they were walking, quickly. And then I started picking up speed. And the little leash it kind of wrapped under one of her legs. And so it was pulling her, and she couldn't keep up. And I was starting to get a little impatient. So what's going? Come on, let's move it. Let's move it. And then I turned around to see why she lagging. Um, and then I see the rope, and I felt guilty. See, in my getting a little panicky, whatever, um, you have to. I have to be on top of things. You have to when whether they're animals or humans, we have to really be careful on what we do, and sometimes other things are affected by what we do. So yes, I had to fix the collar, the leash, and then we continued on. Um, so why I share that story is that, see, change, and she's getting old. She is 11. She's actually 11 and a half. Okay, her birthday is in November. And so for dog years, that's considered a very mature dog. I think about the same, like I'm in my 50s. And so I think compatibly that maybe she's even considered older than me. I don't know. Anyone who's a dog expert, I have a Havanese, she's 11 and a half years old. What is that equivalent to human? But even myself, that my body doesn't work the same. When I was actually 11 years of age, I was very supple. I, I was able to tolerate the heat and things like that. Now I see that my body doesn't like heat. It doesn't like, yeah, I have the window open right now. I think I do better when it's a little cool in the room. Yeah, I could even get anxiety or anxiety attack if I start to get too warm. Yeah, so I have to listen to my body. I cannot just say, well, I want to do this, and I have to really go gradual. And I have to be gradual and consider who's with me when I'm outside. and my actions affect who's with me. So I have to be conscientious with my dogs. I try to be very conscientious, but sometimes I miss the mark. Yeah. So yeah, she had a little doctor's exam about a month or 2 months ago. So she got her teeth professionally cleaned. Um, the she qualified for the non-anesthesia uh, cleaning of the teeth when they scale the teeth and all that, and then they polish it. She has all her shots. And then my second dog, she had an appointment about 2 or 3 days ago, but she was not able to complete the non-anesthesia dentistry. So next week she has um, the regular anesthesia to get her teeth cleaned. Yeah, all her vitals and labs came out good. And then next month is my third and last dog. Yeah. So yeah, I try to be on top of all their exams and teeth cleaning. They used to get the teeth cleaned twice a year. But see, now they're getting older, and sometimes, in this case with my second dog, the Shih Tzu, um, she's afraid now of the doctors, and she's also afraid because something that I did, like I tried to trim her toenails, and I nipped her. And a year ago this time, she had back surgery, and it it causes her anxiety when I attempt to trim her nails, or when she went to the doctors 2 or 3 days ago and they couldn't complete the procedure, so they have to put her uh, under anesthesia to get the job done. I feel guilty that I in part caused her anxiety because I was trimming her nails and I nipped her. I felt awful, the guilt that I had with it. So sometimes the things we may have all the right intention, but sometimes we make mistakes, unintentionally hurt other people or animals or our loved ones, and it could affect them. So I hope, I try to give her extra hugs and kisses and all that. Yeah, she doesn't like doctors. She doesn't like her feet touched at all. She never really liked her feet touched to start with, but I didn't help either. So yeah, I just felt it important to mention these things. I know it, it's not to be about dogs, or pets, but it's to teach, to share with you that everything changes. 1 minute someone could be fine, and then another minute something could happen. And in this case, I could be, going to the park and then you see someone, they look like they're going to try to set you up and maybe mug you, and then you try to race out of there, and then an accident could happen, you know? Or you jump in rope because you want to stay healthy. And in the process, you get hurt. Yeah. Who would figure? Well, see, we have to roll with the punches and all that. So that's what happened today. But as I said, I was watching videos. I love, even watching YouTube. I am a YouTuber. I love watching YouTube. Um, it's a great outlet, and I do like making videos too. But I see even with YouTube, I am changing. How I feel about things are changing. Um, you can have a YouTube channel that you will like really gun ho for, and then sometimes the other people may change, or I may change. And so with regard to YouTube, I was watching. I don't want to mention names, um, but I was watching a YouTuber that I was introduced to on YouTube. It could have been 7, 8 years ago. And what happened now? Yeah, very interesting. He teaches about astrotheology, and I just thought it was very interesting. And I was watching a new interview with him on, and that led me to go on his website. And on it, well, he's starting an organization, more like a for people of like minds to meet and to mix health, mind, and body together. I think it's a type of religion, a holistic approach to, you know, um, a lifestyle. And I was curious what this organization, what they teach. And a big red flag, um, this is like a big red flag when I watched it. Now, there's nothing wrong with exercising or yoga. Um, he says he's vegetarian. Now I tried vegetarianism over the years, on and off, and I even tried veganism for 9 months. Um, for me, well, why did I try it? I think in part why I did it was what do you call it? Curiosity. They made it sound spiritual, and I'm on a spiritual path. And even what does that mean, spiritual path? For me, the definition it means to me is to discover the non physical world, which is the real reality of everything. I think, in short. And so I want to find out about this reality. And if becoming a vegan or vegetarian would aid that, I say, hey, why not? And again, the idea of, because I have my three little four-legged friends here who are, I call my family. Um, is it being a hypocrite? You have pets, but you eat meat. Well, yes, dogs eat meat too, but I guess I started thinking. Um, so I tried it, and I stopped because I was when I tried the veganism for 9 months, my muscles were spasming, and I had to go to the doctors, and I explained to them I was a vegan, and just give me check out my blood labs and make sure nothing is going on. And you know what else? My dogs are vegan too. Yes, I made them their meals, and I bought the extra supplements if you're going to cook for your dogs. I think it was taurine. That certain nutrients the dog needs to take because if it's not if it's not naturally in home cooked meals, so I bought those supplements for them, and they seemed fine. And it cleared up those red stains that dogs get. You can see it easier on like dogs that have light color fur, but they get these red stains. It looks awful. When they were a vegan, and I think I slowly started introducing some meats in there, but I cooked their food, and they didn't have any red stains. And I only stopped because I said, something, they're going to be spoiled eating that food. And what if, what if an emergency happens and they have someone else has to take care of them, or they have to go to a kennel, temporarily. Now they're going to expect home cooked meals. They're not going to do that at a kennel. So I said, I'm going back onto the kibble. But now they don't really like the kibble. So I've been giving them this meat. It's called. I'm not promoting them. I don't. I'm not getting kickback or whatever. money from Stella and Chewy's. It's just what I am using right now. It's they have a raw meat patties and then you thaw it out. And I've been giving it to them for over I think maybe 2 years now. And I add stuff to their food. Um, they, they, they eat it. I think I want to give them variety, maybe the next cycle, like I buy in bulk. And this bulk is almost all gone. So when I go to replenish, I'm going to, I think, give them a different meat to try. I've been giving them beef all the time. I don't want to give them the chicken one. So I might give them the, what do you call it? I might try venison or even salmon. I'm not sure yet. Yeah. So, yeah, so they change too. And I have to adjust to them because when they do taste some of my human food, off my plate, yes, sometimes I do give them what's on my plate. Yes, I do. And it's the Shih Tzu that then refuses to eat her kibble. And she can be so stubborn that sometimes, yes, we're talking about you here. Yes, we are. We're talking about you. Let me show you her. She's staring. She knows I'm talking about her. Yeah, she heard me talking about her. That's Lilac. Come, Lilac. Yeah, that's Lilac. She knows I'm talking about her. She knows I am. Yeah. Oh, she knows how to do the cuties. So that's the other one. That's my feed. Sorry. Yeah. So let me put the camera up here. Sorry. So, yeah, so we're just relaxing here. And, yeah, and see, they can change too. A dog may like one thing, and then they change their mind, or something happens, and then they want something else. Oh, so going back to this astrotheology thing, yeah, I did get some books in the library. I'm sorry, the bookstore on astrotheology. Yeah, I have a whole library. Let me show you part of my library. Just okay. The books on the side that you see and on the opposite side. And then I have books in my bedroom too. Yeah. Yeah. I like getting books, but I have to learn how to read them too. Yeah, I have books. I feel like I'm hedging right now. Yeah, I feel I'm going through change. Um, and change could be spooky. Change, sometimes you may not be ready for change. So, yeah, I have a lot of books, a lot of things I want to explore, but I have to be willing to change. And I think deep down I might feel that um, if when you read something, then there's accountability. There's accountability when you learn about something, and it's up to you to utilize that information. And by not reading it, then that accountability is not as strong. So, yeah, once you learn the truth on certain matters, then there is accountability, and you may not be ready for that change. And that could be part of the issue why I'm hindering. I sometimes just don't understand myself, but I think that's what it is. But as for the astrotheology, I have all books, all different metaphysical, uh, religion, um, ancient stories, things like that. Um, so I want to try to incorporate them in my life. And so watching this video on this YouTube I used to watch a couple of years back, um, he's saying things that I can't. I'm very surprised at. Now I held this person with a higher respect. Especially when I first saw their video on YouTube about 7 years ago. Um, he started an organization that's incorporating wellness, uh, philosophy, nutrition, all that. But when he said something like, it's um, how to say it nicely. Let me put it down here. I have to be very tactful how, because it's a little embarrassing. He was saying that because the ancient astrologers, he says, the ancient astrologers were all vegetarians. Well, whether they were vegetarian or not, that's their business. It might have been a reason why they're vegetarian. Meat back then was for the rich, and they may not have money. But either way, he feels that for someone who calls themselves an astrologer, and for them to eat meat is hypocritical. And I've never heard of that. And then said something to the effect, how do you say it? I'm kind of embarrassed. Like he was saying that if you're a man, you're not supposed to have a release. I'm trying to be very tactful. Um, he said that I mean, I've heard that sometimes when people when men are like really out there, they have multiple partners and they just being like a bunny rabbit. Yes, they do age quicker and they die quicker. But someone who's married and they want to start a family, and then he's saying that they're not supposed to have that release. So he says, well, they're to something with this gas that's in them. I don't know, and I'm wondering where do people get this from? And it when he started saying that, it sounded almost like a cult, a religious cult. When you start to tell people you cannot eat, you have to be vegan, or you have to be vegetarian, or you cannot have um, sexual relations with your wife or your partner. I have a problem with that. I'm just shocked at what he's saying. It's just other things. What I never heard him talk like this before. Um, he started insulting the people who do astrology and um, insulting the way they look. So I'm wondering what is this? What's happening in this media? Um, you have people who are very popular on YouTube, or they might have their own personal website, and they're very popular. And then something happens, and they just I don't know. They just and it's not the first time this happened. I used to watch this other YouTuber, and I looked up to this person immensely, and it seemed like he was having a nervous breakdown on his channel. Um, I he was saying that people were uh, emailing him and telling things on about him that were insulting, and I'm thinking, well, he has an excellent channel. He's very respectful. Uh, he talks about plants. So how did him just talking about plants and then religion? It was the religious aspect. He never used to talk about religion, and then one day he started throwing religion. His uh, religious conviction, and I thought he lost his mind. And things that looked like he was it seemed like a money scheme also. And I said, wow, now this is someone who I highly respect. Again, I never met these people, but their channel was just impeccable, very organized, very polite, very, just, I, don't- I don't know what's happening to people. Is it all just about money? Um, is that um, we, 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 we start to feel like we need things? And this guy was also talking about materialism. But now with him starting this organization and the things that he's saying, it's almost sounding like, bring people on. I don't know. It's not sitting right with me. It's not sitting right, and I don't know what's happening to us. I don't know what's causing us. We could start off on the right path. We could start off with the right intention of things, and then something happens, and we just kind of out there. I don't know. I, I'm trying to find out what is my truth. Just like these people could change, I feel I'm changing too. It's like I'm watching the internet, YouTube, and I feel myself becoming irritated, irritated about the things that I'm seeing. Um, I know I see an inconsistency in behavior, in attitudes, and I'm wondering wow, my knee's starting to hurt now. So I have to put the ACE bandage on it. Yeah, it's my left knee. Yeah, so I might have, only jumped rope for maybe 15 minutes. Yeah, I'll put an ACE bandage on it so it doesn't swell or anything like that. Um, yeah, so what's causing us to change? What is causing people who are highly read? Uh, some of them may have a formal education, and then we do a 180-degree change. What's causing this? Um, I don't know. I'm concerned about everything. I'm concerned about. I mean, you hear so many things about the pandemic. I have to be very careful what I say because again, they pulled a video of mine a couple of weeks ago. On the 24th, they pulled a video of mine. Um, I don't know. I feel that this whole it's affecting everybody. Everybody. Where I live now, you have more drugs. A lot of. I mean, if no one's working, where are they getting money for the drugs? Yeah. Um, it's more garbage all over. Yeah, this whole thing. I mean, slowly New York City is coming back to how it was. Slowly. They're not wearing as many masks, but yes, many of the people still wear the masks. Um, but it's a lot of stores are still. A lot of stores are out of business now. Um, I feel that certain things are gonna be happening. Um, like they're saying two things at the same time. Yes, you don't have to wear your mask, um, but you have to have the vaccine. I went to a store and they said, oh, those people who are fully vaccinated don't have to wear a mask. And I didn't want to put on my mask. So um, they say the Okay, it's not gonna say that word. I don't know. So how could you have two things going on at once? To wear it, or you don't have to wear it, but you have to be back. You have to, be protected. Um, I feel that it's going to be they're allowing people the sense of freedom in part, and then a whammy is going to happen. Something I feel is going to happen um, before this year is over. I can't remember everything, but other people were thinking the same thing. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I don't know. Only thing I could say is, do right to your body, use wisdom, and if something doesn't seem right to you, ask questions about it, and try not letting things scare you. Don't let people scare you to do something that you feel for you and your body is not right. Yeah, I have to be careful. Yeah, this is not medical advice. You go to your own medical practitioner who you trust, who's licensed to diagnose and treat. It's your body. You go for it. Oh, yeah. People are changing, and even now, YouTubers are fighting against other YouTubers, and I'm sad about this. You can have people who are collaborating, and now something happened, and they're clashing now. So again, I don't mention names or anything like that. So yeah, what else I want to talk about? Yeah, tomorrow is an anniversary. Tomorrow is July 11th, and it's the 12th anniversary of my father's passing. And then get this, the next day after that, July 12th, is my brother's funeral. Yeah, my first sibling that passed away. I can't believe this. Yeah, things are really. It seems like life is quickly trying to teach me the full spectrum of life. Here, my father passed 12 years ago tomorrow, and then my brother, the first of all my siblings, his funeral on Monday. I still find it hard to process. Um, yeah, I was thinking about him a lot last month. So yes, I go to the park and I pray. I talk to I in spirit talk to him. At least I want to feel like that. That's what my intent is. That my spirit communicate with him and tell him how I feel about him. I feel badly for him, and it's something that I was thinking about all last month. Oh, I see a message. Hey, is that hamburger? Hey, a cheeseburger. I said hamburger. Yes, life works in mysterious ways, Spirit. Yes, you could say that again. You could say that again. I'll leave my glasses on. Yeah, yeah, things are happening. Yeah, it seems like this whole video I'm doing, this whole live stream is really about change, about life. And I feel, um, you know what life is like? You're gonna laugh. We all know what toilet paper is, right? When you get a full roll and you start pulling on it, then when there's a full roll and you pull on it, you don't have to pull on it hard, fast or anything. Um, but as time goes on with the usage, that wheel is spinning faster and faster. So initially you have a full roll in life, you pull on it, and it just seems to be, the rolls seem to be moving slow. But as you have less tissue paper, the roll gives the appearance of spinning faster. And that's what I see life is like. Right now, things are becoming more condensed. And yeah, life is happening faster and faster. It's already July. It's already July. And it's like, wow, this year is going so fast. I feel that things are going to really push forward really fast, um, and we have to be ready. I'm not trying to say, oh, I don't want to promote fear. That's not my intention here, but just to read the signs of the time. We are all changing, but I think in part it's to educate us. It's to educate me. I thought, like, I come from a healthy family, and we're supposed to last forever. That's how I feel. That we're not supposed to get sick. We're not supposed to age. And that was my mindset. Life's short, grab life. Don't fear envy. That's right. Yeah. Thank you for sharing that, cheeseburger. That's right. Yeah. So we see things in life and they teach us, just like the toilet roll teaches me. Yeah. Everything here can teach me things. Like I mentioned about my dog, I have to be more patient. My dog is getting older. My dog is 11 and a half years old, and I have to be patient with her. And she might look young, but there's limitations. And just like me, I might look younger than some people may think, but my body, I can't, my body cannot perform the same way it used to uh, 10, 20, 30 years back. I'm not the same person. So I have to be kind to myself. You notice also on when I see what the videos, like I don't have a television set, but I'm on the internet to watch YouTube. And I find that you have the commercials that come on with the videos that you watch. And I noticed something. Um, it's an overemphasis on staying young. It is a young mentality. They want everyone to stay young forever. Oh, let's see that. I just lost my dog of 16 years a while ago. Give them and yourself the best that you can, and you did well. Yes. Yeah, okay. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, and that's why also, cheeseburger, why I go out with my dogs early in the morning. Yeah, well, I mentioned earlier, a fellow YouTuber, I felt convicted, even though I wasn't doing what he was saying that some pet owners do. Like they bring the dog outside just long enough so that they can go pee and poo and bring them back in. Now me, when I go out at least 45 minutes initially or an hour. That's not 5 minutes. It's more than enough time, but I still feel like I can do better. So I get up extra early in the morning to beat the heat because New York City now is getting so hot. It's never been this hot so soon in the season. So I get up extra early. I put all three of my dogs in their stroller, get to the park, take them out of the stroller, and then we go for a little walk. Yeah. So yeah, the signs of the time. Yeah. Okay. About age. This is a youth-oriented culture, America, and it teaches you really. You notice like in New York City, they were doing the beating up of the elderly, and in particular, people from Asia, the elderly from Asia, or that type of background. And it's like I feel when you disrespect your elders, um, that tells me that that's a society is going to go down the, yeah, that society is going down the drain. I mean, an elderly person, real old, and they have packages in both of their hands, so they can't even fight back. And they did it to women too, men and women, with packages both in their hands, and it really got bad. And why? Why are they doing this? It's a lack of respect for life. And they feel being young, that they have power. You need wisdom. The elderly don't have wisdom. I mean, excuse me, I meant to say the youth. The youth are losing wisdom. I mean, they're not acquiring wisdom. They're not acquiring it. To be honest, I'm in a constant state of trying to hold my cool. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, what's happening, it's not right. Exactly. It's not right. It shows something is happening up here with the young. They're saying stay young, stay, be young. But they're not educating the youth. And when you don't discipline your youth, you're showing you don't respect the, that you're not respecting their life. You're not training them. If you're not training them, that means you really don't care about them either. And I think they feel angry, and they've taken their anger out on the elderly. Um, they also, with these commercials on YouTube, they want, they're telling everybody to be young. They push this on women, and I'm sick of it. Um, Getting older is a natural process. If it's a natural process, why then are they making getting older like a something evil? When we're born, we're dying, and so um, I was at one point that I was so fearful of death, it was unreal. When I thought one day I was having a heart attack, and the fear that hit me was unbelievable. And even though I was a so called Christian when that occurred, because see, I'm learning two religions. I'm learning about the Bible, but I live in a social environment that's teaching me that growing old is evil. And so death is evil, and to fear death, I was so fearful. And but it's a natural process. And so why should I live in fear? Why is society trying to teach you to stay young, stay healthy? I'm saying to stay healthy. Stay healthy if you can, yes, so for wellness. But I think the culture that I live in should teach what death is, to teach about the death process. And in Judaism, I'm not Jewish, but in Judaism, they do teach what they call the life cycles. You're a child, then you become like a teen, and then you become of marriageable age, and then maybe you become a grandparent, and then you die. But it's like different stages in life, and each one is beautiful, and each one has its um, meaning that you can learn from it. And so they're not teaching that. They're just teaching you have the muscles. I want to be fit. I have on my work outfit. You know, yeah, because I was walking today, and I was doing jump rope. Um, but I know I can't stay young forever. I have to learn that I have to listen to my body. My mind could deceive me. My mind sometimes I feel like I'm a kid again, and then when I do something, then you feel it the next morning. When the older you get, the longer it takes for your body to recover. Period. And you know what else? I I'm having second thoughts about some of the supplements. I do take supplements. I take my multivitamin mineral every day. I try to take it every day, but I see that I'm skipping a few days. I also have my amino acids. I have zinc and copper. Um, what else? Yeah, I have my B vitamins. Um, but like there are people who are like professional weightlifters, and many of them take these powders. And but what they don't tell you sometimes, like they may disclose some of the things that's in the product, but they may not tell you what's in what's all of the contents that's in it. And some of those contents could maybe react if you take it with something else, and it could hurt your liver and your kidneys. And I met someone in a health food store. I thought I recognized them from way back, and he said, mistaken identity was not him. He said, but he said, yes, I am a twin, but that wasn't me or my other twin. But his twin passed away, and he the twin died in front of him. Um, they were taking the supplements, and it I guess it he overdid it, and he died. So here, this person who's lifts weight, has a nice body, um, but he was sick inside. So this is what I'm finding. This is also what's causing me confusion. Um, like I thought you go to the gym because you want to promote health, right? And then to find out that these people are going to the gym, and we might look up to them because they're so buffed and everything, they could actually be weak inside. Their body, they can have a sick liver, sick kidneys, a bad heart. And many of these weightlifters are dying at the age of 40 something. I'm in my 50s. And so I'm saying, wow, I had no idea that this was a reality for many of the weightlifters or bodybuilders. A year and a half ago, last year in January, I was reintroduced to the field of weightlifting. And in March, I joined a gym. Early March of last year, 2020, I decided to join a gym, and I did for 2 weeks, and that's when the COVID hit and the gyms closed down. When I saw a lot. It's a market. The whole field of the weightlifting, it's a market for the nutraceuticals. And I'm thinking, it's this health. How could you say that you promote health? See, that's being hypocritical. You're promoting health, but you're taking things that hurt your body. Yeah. So I had to ask myself. So I started watching some of the weightlifters last week, either earlier this week or last week, and I said, yeah, it was last week, and I said to myself, oh, because one of the websites with this weightlifter promoted the nutraceuticals for the weightlifting. And I said, wait a minute, do I really want to do this? Because, see, I was juggling the idea, do I want to go back into learning how to become a bodybuilder, to sculpt my body and do competitions for what do you call it, the bikini competition. That's what I was going to. That's what I was aiming for early last year in 2020, and then the COVID hit. But things happen for a reason, and maybe that happened on purpose because life did not want me to do uh, bikini competition. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. But re-looking at the videos earlier this week or last week, I started again uh, asking myself the question, why do you want to do it? I mean, I want to look good, yes, but I don't want to just be a veneer. Stop it. My dog is underneath the couch and he's scratching. Stop it. He's scratching on this thing, this pad that I have. I'm sorry. So, I, I, um, I can't, I just felt funny. I felt like I have my convictions. I don't see to be able to compete just on an equal level. You have to do what those other people do. In a nutshell, to be able to compete on an even level, you have to do what they do. And I don't want to take those so-called supplements that's going to hurt my liver or my kidneys. Yeah, let me read the messages now. Yeah, I didn't read some of them. Let me see. Let me go back a little bit. Okay, cheeseburger, you said, okay, because they need everyone that remembers gone. In my opinion, everyone knows deep down that this aligns with everyone in cages. In my opinion, okay. Wow. Okay, this is way out there, but I heard graphite oxide was turning up in blood tests of the oh wow. Thank you for sharing that with me, cheeseburger. Wow. Did I heard about the metal? People put like a magnet on their arm and it stayed up there. Yeah, I'm not gonna take it. Again, I can't say certain words. I already got pulled a week or so ago. Yeah, um, for me, I'm not gonna take it. And some people even think, hey, is this the mark of the beast? Could this be the mark of the beast that you can't buy or sell without it? Right? Because in the book of Revelation, it talks about that a mark on your arm, a mark on your hand or somewhere, but the Greek word that they use implies that like it's a needle that's being pierced in through the skin. Could that be the so-called medication? Yeah. Okay. Let me see what else you say here. Okay. Again, way out there, but some people. Okay. The yeah. Fukushima is still. Oh yes. Oh. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, okay. Thanks for sharing that. That's interesting. If it does, they said the iodine that some people should take iodine to protect the thyroid. Yeah. Oh yeah. They had like remember in Russia or something like that. They had this power plant. Yeah, people are still getting sick there. A lot of people with tumors. Okay, then you say, why not? I don't have to work to keep in shape, but I still do. Oh, so you're saying like you do work out, cheeseburger. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I wanna work out to be healthy, not to look healthy. I wanna be healthy. I wanna stay healthy. I'm a healthy person, but I wanna stay healthy, you know? And I prefer to go natural, yes. Thank you for saying that. Yeah, to me going natural, it is a type of like it seems like a philosophy. And I think also going natural, I feel that the more connected you are with nature, when you embrace nature, I think nature embraces you. Yeah, because it's about a relationship. And it's about respecting nature, and I think nature will respect you back. So that's also why I go outside. I try to go every day to the park with my little dogs and go in the heart of nature and just kind of detox there. Yeah, I need it. I need it. I feel the. I mean, I love. I mean, I think I'm addicted to uh, the computer. You know, that just reminds me of something. I had to go to an electronics store just a couple of days ago, and I spoke to a father, married man with two daughters. Guess what happened? Now they all the now the house has a lot of electronics in his house. He was a photographer, and then now he's working in this electronics store, and he exposes his children to his craft, the art and all these things. Um, he has a 15-year-old. The 15-year-old attacked her father. He had told her, okay, we have to turn the computer off, or someone, she was watching something, maybe it was a phone or something, and he said at such and such time, it might have been midnight, we're going to turn this off. Well, when that time, and she kept telling them, when that such and such time comes, I have to turn off the Wi-Fi. Well, he did, and the girl, the 15-year-old, yells at her father and then scratched him deliberately on the arm like a cat. Oh wow, I couldn't believe it. These computers, it's an addiction, and you pull away that drug from these young people, they go berserk. We spoke this Me and the man talked for maybe an hour. He just needed to unload. He was. I had asked him about a product. He was helping me with it, and then we just started talking. And I can't seem to stop. The light rays. It's just. I feel bad. I want to be honest. I enjoy watching it, but at the same time, it starts to irritate me too. Sometimes I just had enough. You get overloaded. I get overloaded sometimes, and then I have to uh, stop it. But sometimes I don't. I can. It's hard. I did tell a doctor that. I did. It's almost like a joke, but it's not a joke. Oh, let me read that. Okay, you said about okay. Yeah, no, it's creepy. Same here. Yeah, you okay? Ukraine, in my opinion, it's okay. Russia, yeah, yeah. Russia, Ukraine, yeah, they're right next to each other. But Ukraine is also being affected by the radiation. Okay, I've seen it. I'm 31 and have not had a cell phone or 7 years. Oh, for 7 years, you just said. I'm 90% pulled out of. Oh, right. I'm impressed. People lose it. Yes, people lose it. Thank you for sharing that. See, I need encouragement too. I enjoy YouTube, but some of the things that's on it can corrupt me. And sometimes it's just a little bit too much. I sometimes get overloaded. But I'm glad that you told me about the phone. Um, I never used to have a phone. I was always a late starter. Yeah, it's almost impossible to live without a cell phone today. Yeah, because now some of this sometimes they require you to do something to activate something, and they require you for a cell phone. For example, I went to my bank and they said, "Oh, you have to use your cell phone and you have to log in and let them know that you're here. What if I didn't have a cell phone? It was just maybe one person in the bank and myself, and that was it. Is it required? I don't know. Yeah, I don't want to. I then of the row we're on is better. Okay, right. The end of the row we're on is back. Okay, yeah, yeah. I wasn't raised with a cell phone. I mean, the cell phone is relatively um, a new thing. I mean, I got my first cell phone in 1999, um, and I thought it was cool with it. But I got the phone. I had got it an advertisement in the mail, and I I I had to drive to work. I needed a car to get to work, and so I was required to travel at nighttime on a highway, and I felt that if something happened to me on that highway, I wanted to be able to call for help. It was 19.99 a month. Oh wow! It was 1999. No, 1998. I'm sorry. It was 19. No, it was 19. Yeah, 1998. It was the end of the year, and yeah. So yeah. So I got it. It was one. It was a, what do you call it? An analog phone, not the digital. Analog. And then, I had it for 1 or 2 years. And then when I came back to New York, 9/11 happened, and I couldn't afford to keep the phone, so I asked them to break the contract. And then I know I resumed again on with the phone, but it was just to be able to communicate. But I got my first, what do you call, smartphone. I got that in 2012. Yes, I got it in 2012, and I got it because I was doing volunteer work and I had to use the subway, the trains. And I noticed, I guess maybe it was peer pressure, folks. Maybe it was just peer pressure. But when I went on the train, I saw all these people with cell phones. I said, what if something happens to me on this train? Everyone else has a cell phone but me. And I felt like I wasn't at an advantage. And so that was the main reason I got it. But I also got the cell phone because when I do walk in the city, I often see people lying on the ground, and I wanted to be able to call 911 for them to get help. So that was my other reason for getting it. So I got it in 2012, and I did kind of feel like, wow, I feel like I was becoming like everybody else and getting a phone. And back then in 2012, most people did not have their phone. At least when you go on the train, there were some people, maybe one, maybe 25% of them had a phone. Now it's the opposite. It's who doesn't have a phone. I mean, um, yeah, who doesn't have a phone? Most people you see on the train have a phone or some type of gadget in their hand. So it's a complete turnaround. Now it's 2021, and I sometimes when I go outside and I feel, oh my God, I forgot my phone, and I start to feel handicapped. I say, oh my God, what if something happens to me? Well, all this my other life, I'm born and raised here in New York City. I didn't need a phone back then, so why do I need one now? But they make you feel dependent on it, and I don't want to have to bring my phone with me. Not at all. Let me read your messages. Okay. Okay, same. I had the Razor. Okay. And that was older. Beep beeps are so old. Beep, beep, beep beeps. Okay, where you at? You know where I'm at. Beep beep. So new in retrospect. Yeah, yeah, it's something. It's something. These phones. Yeah, I mean, I have my. I mean, I'm using my phone now to do this live stream. I mean, I like it as a tool. I hardly ever make any phone calls on this. Hardly. But it's costing a lot of money. I mean, I'm a type of person, I like to go all the way with something. So I have the unlimited plan because I don't want like them to need, nickel and dime me. Um, like you get like a partial plan and then you use in excess and then you have to pay a whole lot more. So I said, don't, just pay for the unlimited and just get one bill. Yeah, I'm going fishing though. I got to run. Okay, great chatting with you. Okay, like a little. I feel like but I know 9% of what I see in electronic text. Communist China bots. It's good to see real aces speaking their mind. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I gotta be going too. But yeah, so basically, I just want to let you know about change and how change in the environment is affecting our lives. It's affecting everything. Us, what the content that you have on YouTube or social media is changing and it's changing us. But try to discover who you are, stay centered in who you are and have um, do what's right for you. Do what's right for you. And again, if you need to change about certain things, do it with wisdom, you know. Um, yeah, yeah, it's out there. Yeah, people are changing. The people who I'm watching on you, some of them are going 180 degrees the other way, and it's like they're losing their mind. Don't let social media make you lose your mind. Don't let it do that. Don't let it do that. Stay centered. If you have someone there, a friend or something, or just go out in nature and just try to, you know, make sense. Get focused, refocus. So yeah, those are basically the things that I wanted to talk about change. I talked about my dogs and they're changing. That we change. You might feel that you're not changing, but as we get older, you may think up here you're young, but your body say, "Hey, I'm not a teenager anymore. You gotta slow down. You gotta slow down." And cell phones, we weren't dependent on them 20 years ago, but now all of a sudden we feel lost without something that's now tracking everything we do. Yeah, yeah. So thank you again for listening. Um, yeah, this is a wonderful Saturday. I'm just looking out the windows here. Yeah, this is a beautiful Saturday. And enjoy the rest of your weekend and stay safe, stay hydrated, and if it's safe for you to go out in nature, go out in nature and just be one with your environment. Okay? Thank you again for listening and peace and joy to you. Take care, guys. Bye bye.